Welcome to the next episode of our great debate series, where we tackle the age-old question, Stoicism vs. What do you think today's topic is? Well, you know what time it is. It's time to talk about forgiveness. So let's dive in. Now, if you're new here, welcome to our channel where we delve into the depths of ancient philosophy to bring you the wisdom that can transform your life right now. For those who have been with us before, welcome back to the continuation of our Stoic Philosophy Explained series. If you haven't already watched the first part of this series, What is Stoicism?, we highly recommend checking it out to get a comprehensive understanding of what Stoicism is all about. In our last episode, we looked at whether God was necessary for a good life, and some of you shared the sentiment that perhaps the greatest commandment of all is to love one another. In the spirit of loving our neighbor, today we are diving into the world of forgiveness. Our question for today is, can Stoicism help us forgive? Forgiveness, a word so simple yet encapsulating such a complex human act. At its core, forgiveness is an internal process of releasing resentment and bitterness towards someone who has wronged us, regardless of whether they acknowledge their wrongdoing or make amends. So let's start by acknowledging that this question touches upon a very sensitive chord within all of us. We all have been wronged, slighted, or deeply hurt by others at some point in our lives, and the scars of these experiences can linger long after the wounds have seemingly healed. This is where the concept of forgiveness comes into play. But why should we even bother forgiving, especially when it seems like the other person doesn't even deserve it? Well, the answer lies in the profound impact forgiveness has on our inner peace and mental well-being. By choosing to forgive, we liberate ourselves from the chains of anger, resentment, and bitterness. We break the cycle of negativity and pave the way for healing and growth. But can Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-mastery and emotional resilience, really help us on this journey of forgiveness? Let's find out. Stoicism, founded by Zeno of Citium around 300 BC, is an ancient Greek philosophy that has stood the test of time. Its core principles revolve around self-mastery, logic, and virtue, offering a path to inner peace and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Unlike many other philosophies of its time, Stoicism does not rely on divine or supernatural forces for guidance or intervention. Instead, it encourages individuals to look inward, to take control of their own thoughts and actions, and to find wisdom in the rational order of the universe. This emphasis on personal responsibility and self-control is central to understanding how Stoicism can influence our approach to forgiveness. When someone wrongs us, Stoicism encourages us to examine our own reactions and the stories we tell ourselves about the situation, rather than focusing on the offender or external circumstances. It's about recognizing that while we can't change what happened, we can choose how to respond. Central to this is the Stoic idea of dichotomy of control. This principle, popularized by Epicurus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, helps us categorize our experiences into things we can control and things we can't. Applying this to situations of conflict or wrongdoing allows us to focus our energy where it's most effective. Things like our thoughts, judgments, and reactions fall under our control. External factors like the actions of others or the outcomes of situations are outside our control. Once we've made a clear distinction between what we can influence and what we can't, we can redirect our efforts more productively. Rather than fixating on the injustice or the desire for revenge, we can concentrate on our response, choosing how to react and what to make of the situation. This shift in perspective is key to understanding how Stoicism can serve as a compass in the complex terrain of forgiveness. But what does this actually mean for the process of forgiveness? And how can we practically apply these timeless philosophies to our modern-day problems? Let's find out. Before we proceed, please take a moment to subscribe. Now back to the topic at hand. When exploring the concept of forgiveness within the context of Stoicism, it's important to understand that the goal isn't necessarily about condoning or excusing the actions of the offender. Rather, it's about liberating ourselves from the burden of negative emotions and restoring inner peace. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, wrote in his personal journal, Meditations, "The best revenge is to not be like them." This quote encapsulates the essence of the Stoic perspective. The idea is not to descend into the level of the offender, to retaliate or seek revenge. Rather, it's to maintain our integrity and peace of mind by rising above the situation. Seneca, another influential Stoic philosopher, expanded on this idea when he said, "He who is slow to forgive does not excuse himself, but rather punishes himself." In this quote, Seneca highlights the detrimental effects of holding on to grudges and resentments. By refusing to forgive, we effectively punish ourselves, allowing the negative emotions to continue to fester and consume us. The Stoics believed that harboring these feelings doesn't serve to honor the one who wronged us, but rather diminishes our own humanity. However, it's essential to clarify that Stoicism doesn't advocate for blind or naive forgiveness. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened or ignoring the wrong that was done. Instead, it's about acknowledging the situation, understanding its impact, and then consciously choosing to move forward, without allowing the past to continue to dictate our present or future. This process involves a deep understanding of ourselves, our emotions, and the rational order of the universe. It requires a commitment to personal growth and the courage to confront our own biases and perceptions. As we continue to navigate the complexities of forgiveness, it's crucial to remember that each individual has the power and responsibility for their own actions and reactions. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we choose to respond. And it's this personal accountability that forms the bedrock of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us, "Men are disturbed not by events, but by the views they take of them." This powerful statement underscores the role of our perception in shaping our experience of reality. Events in themselves don't cause disturbance. It's our interpretation and reaction to these events that stirs up emotions like anger and resentment. When someone wrongs us, we have the choice to view it through a lens of negativity and despair, or to reframe it as an opportunity for growth and understanding. Forgiving doesn't mean condoning or minimizing the wrongdoing. It means acknowledging the situation, understanding its impact, and then consciously choosing to move forward. It's about recognizing that we are all human, capable of making mistakes, and that true strength lies in our ability to learn from these mistakes and strive to do better. A key aspect of the Stoic approach to forgiveness is the emphasis on personal responsibility. The idea that we are accountable not only for our actions, but also for our reactions and the stories we tell ourselves about the world around us. As Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, put it, "He who has overcome his small self will be the master of all." This quote speaks to the transformative power of self-mastery. By taking responsibility for our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we empower ourselves to shape our lives and overcome challenges like resentment and anger. Forgiveness is a skill, a muscle that can be developed through practice and patience. It requires a conscious effort to let go of the desire for retribution and embrace the power of personal growth and understanding. By cultivating this skill, we equip ourselves to handle future conflicts more effectively, fostering deeper connections and a more peaceful existence. Forgiveness and moving forward with our lives doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that needs work and dedication. We must constantly reflect on our actions, understand the motivations behind them, and be willing to change our perspectives when necessary. This continuous cycle of self-reflection and improvement is a cornerstone of Stoicism, and it's through this practice that we can truly master our emotions and reactions to the world around us. In conclusion, Stoicism offers us powerful tools to navigate the intricate landscape of forgiveness. By emphasizing self-mastery, personal responsibility, and the importance of our perspectives, it equips us to handle challenging situations with grace and resilience. However, while these tools are undeniably effective, they may not offer the deep spiritual healing or the transformative grace that some find in faith or religious traditions. The Stoic path focuses primarily on rationality and self-discipline, which may not always resonate with those seeking a more profound, otherworldly connection in their forgiveness journeys. But the question remains, is that enough? Is the path of Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-control and reason, sufficient to heal the wounds of the soul? Or is there something more, something beyond the realm of rationality, that we need to explore on our journey towards true forgiveness and inner peace? Join us in the next episode, where we will delve into this very question as we continue to explore the depths of human emotion, understanding, and spirituality. Thank you for joining us on this episode of our Great Debate series. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration into the world of Stoicism and its approach to forgiveness. Remember, the true test of our strength lies not in our ability to avoid suffering, but in our capacity to learn from it, grow from it, and ultimately forgive. Until next time, keep practicing those timeless lessons and striving for that inner peace.